Bringing you the latest news from Bucks County, this is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Kennelly.
This Courier Times Update is brought to you by St. Mary Medical Center in Langhorne, PA. It's your health. Expect more.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Matt Nieder reporting to you from the Courier Times newsroom with what you need to know about what's going on in our community on this Friday, November 29th. Rachel Kennelly is off today. One of the most notorious unsolved cases in Bucks County history is again under investigation after authorities have discovered new evidence. This month marks the 20th anniversary of the double homicide of Sean Campbell and Brian Benston of Warminster. Both 20-year-olds were stabbed to death in the West Coast video store in which they worked in November 1993. And while fresh clues have dried up in recent years, the case is once again actively under investigation. While the district attorney's office declined to provide any details, they have confirmed that they are pursuing what they call actionable information. Reporter Joe Chevalier has the full story at buckscountycouriertimes.com. Bensalem's school board voted on Tuesday to sue a Morrisville company for what it says are deficiencies at the high school's $15 million gymnasium. The board was a unanimous 7-0 in its decision to file a civil lawsuit against B&S Sheet Metal in connection with equipment installed inside the gym. According to board members, the equipment has never worked properly and has caused problems for the district. The 1,700-seat complex was financed through a mix of local and state tax money and is the largest enclosed public space in the township. Reporter Anthony DiMattia has the full story on our website. Morrisville expects to interview its top 3 police chief candidates and may hire additional officers in December. Plus, the school district will hire a school resource officer if it receives a $100,000 state grant. A decision on that grant is expected by the end of this month, and if all goes well, an officer could be patrolling Morrisville schools by March. Reporter Gemma Maria Duarte has more on this story online. As we look ahead to tonight's district final between North Penn and Neshaminy, we welcome in our very own Kevin Cooney to give us more on what has become a storied rivalry. Kevin, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, these two teams certainly know one another by now.
Yeah, obviously 6 times in 10 years they have met in the district playoffs, 4 times for the district title. The strange part about these games is the fact that it's not really been too close. Usually it ends up being a double-digit game either way. North Penn's dominated the series recently, but I think tonight it's going to probably be closer than that.
One of the big keys to the game for both sides is the play of the running back position. For North Penn, it's knife east-west. For Neshaminy, DeAndre Pollard.
Yeah, DeAndre Pollard is closing in on Jamar Brittingham's school record. And in the playoffs, he's had 81 carries, 608 yards, 10 touchdowns. You're talking about a guy who's been a workhorse and really been able to generate a lot of offense for them through the year. Knife east-west is a sophomore who's come out of really nowhere this year to be a big factor. He has 70 carries, 528 yards, and 3 touchdowns in 3 district playoff games. Really, both these teams do a good job of taking away the opposition's best threat. So what I expect to see is both teams will focus on Pollard and West, and what you'll have to see happen, the winner will be determined by the team that has a great supplemental play. You know, Denny Lord for Neshaminy, Austin Shearer for North Penn. I think those are the big guys to watch in this game, although the 2 running backs probably will get their yards still.
I know what a lot of people probably want me to ask you is, do you have a prediction for tonight?
Yeah, I like Neshaminy a little bit because I like their defense a little bit better than that. North Penn's playing really well at this point since that 0-3 start, 10 in a row, but Neshaminy's been the team all year in the district that everybody's kind of thought will win the district, and I like them to win tonight.
Great. Well, Kevin, thank you, as always, for your insight.
No problem, Matt.
And reporters Dan Duncan and Drew Markle will have extensive coverage from tonight's game on our website. The Harry Truman football team had a goal in mind when they stepped on the field Thanksgiving morning. They wanted to finish their season at 500 and end the 2013 campaign on a high note. The Tigers did just that on Thursday with a 34-7 victory over Conwell-Egan. In the process, they matched their highest win total in a single season since 1995. Truman used its rushing attack to great effect, scoring all of their points on the ground. Correspondent Jason Renard has more from Thursday's game at buckscountycouriertimes.com. Well, it was a day of thanks and giving at the newly renovated Bucks County Emergency Homeless Shelter on Thursday, as volunteers prepared a Thanksgiving feast for 70 to 80 people.
Well, I'm from Zubaydah Foundation, and the Zubaydah Foundation, and we are here with the troopers to help Thanksgiving dinner. And we had been serving from 7 years before it was the Red Cross. And now we are serving family service for maybe about a couple of years since they started. So we want people to have day off. So we are serving meals for Thanksgiving. But as far as I see Thanksgiving for myself, it's not once a year. Thanksgiving is every day, every hour, every minute. We love to serve, and this is our goal actually for the Zubaydah Foundation, to serve the community.
Reporter Gwen Schrift has the full story along with Brian Woolston's video on our website. And of course, you can find all these stories and more at buckscountycouriertimes.com or follow me on Twitter for your latest local news. I'm Matt Nieder. Enjoy those leftovers. Have a great weekend.